Tids up, Mrs. Maisel fans, or should I say, tits up? Just as Midge's comedy career is starting to get back on track, the marvelous Mrs. Maisel's final season is ready to go out with a bang. Throughout the first 3 seasons of the Amazon Studios comedy series, Midge Maisel's Rachel Brosnahan new stand-up career flourished, and she eventually secured a coveted gig opening for musician Shy Baldwin. Leroy McLean, nonetheless, a reportedly insensitive joke about Shy's past relationships during a hometown engagement resulted in a significant obstacle before the start of Season 4. Season 4 revealed itself to be highly homey. Set in New York 1960s, it brought back all of the qualities we love about the quick-witted, caustic, and divorced Jewish stand-up comic.
Joel is my husband of 4 years, and tonight he left. Woo! Thank you very much.
Yiddishisms, a bar mitzvah scene, and discussions of God are just some of the Jewish elements included in this film, in addition to the witty banter, the gorgeous period clothing, and all the other significant and tiny Jewish touches. Season 4's conclusion left many doors for our protagonists, and many of us have been jonesing for the upcoming season. So what can we tell you about the future season of the show? And what do we know about it? Quite a lot actually, and that's what we'll be covering in this video. Get ready because today we'll discuss the upcoming 5th and final season of the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But before that, why not consider pressing that like and subscribe button? And how about pressing that notification bell button as well? You could rest assured that if you do all 3, we'll grant you endless content such as this one. Maybe give it a thought? Anyway, let's get back. Hold on, did you say final season? Unfortunately, yes. Amazon announced on February 18th, one day before the debut of the show's 4th season. Back in February, Rachel Brosnahan, who portrays the role of Midge Maisel, posted the following on Instagram. A few days prior, we started shooting Season 5 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's bittersweet, rest assured, tits are up, and it'll be a hell of a final chapter. And when sources met with Sherman-Palladino in March about the choice that Prime Video had made to bring an end to the series, the following is what she had to say about it. A lot went into that decision. The minute we found out that this was the path forward, we took a lot of time and care to ensure that we stick the landing. Because the most important thing personally is to make sure that Midge gets the full send-off and treatment that she deserves.
Can we please Lennon, the elevator.
She continued saying, "We'll give you a lot of bang for your buck. We're taking a long time making these episodes, and we're trying to do some fun stuff that maybe people won't expect from us because we don't do this kind of stuff. We're trying to savor every minute since this show will not happen again. It's that thing where you work with a cast that you would work with the rest of your life and a crew you would take a bullet for. So we're trying to make sure that we appreciate every moment." There has been no official announcement for its release date as of yet. However, before the pandemic, new seasons of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel would typically debut in December. Despite this, the show returned to Amazon on February 18, 2022, following a hiatus caused by a pandemic, and it continued to release 2 episodes per week. We're unaware when the first episode of this new season will air. Here's hoping the new season's premiere will take place in the latter half of 2022 or early 2023. So how's production been going? Based on what we know, the season's been in the works since February of this year, and casting is ongoing for upcoming shoots in and around New York City. Filming for the upcoming season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel will take place, as it has in previous seasons, in New York City and on Long Island, where most of the series' events occur. Showrunners filmed the majority of the show at the Steiner Studios in Brooklyn. In contrast, other segments are shot on location throughout New York, including Washington Square Park, Central Park, and several different parks and public places. They also shot scenes from the show that take place in a synagogue at the East Midwood Jewish Center, and many speculate that upcoming seasons set in Israel will be shot somewhere on Long Island. Expect a lot of people to return for this final season. As expected, the cast for the 5th season includes the usual suspects: Marin Hinkle, Tony Shalhoub, Michael Zegen, Kevin Pollak, Caroline Aaron, Neil Lynn, and Susie Myerson. In addition, Luke Kirby will portray Jewish comedian Lenny Bruce, and Alex Borstein will play Susie Myerson. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's 5th and final season will also feature many returning cast members from Season 4. Milo Ventimiglia is returning as a handsome man, Daniel Palladino said. "We will finally discover his name this upcoming season." Sources reveal that he will have a scene with Tony Shalhoub. In addition, Kelly Bishop will reprise a role as matchmaker Benedetta. 7 actors will return for Season 5, according to Deadline.com: Peter Friedman, Chloe Kerwin, Austin Bassis, Josh Grissetti, Eddie K. Thomas, Lucas Kavanagh, and Michael Cyril Creighton, all of whom previously appeared in the show. Susie's new receptionist at her new talent agency, Dinah Rutledge, was played by Alfie Fuller in Season 4. Fuller will return as a series regular on the fake Gordon Ford program. Jason Ralph, married to Rachel Brosnahan, will reprise his role as talent booker Mike Carr and be made a series regular. Season 5 also saw the promotion of Gordon Ford's actor Reed Scott to series normal status. Now, what will Mrs. Maisel focus on this season? Here's where Season 4 left us, and yeah, spoilers ahead. When Lenny, Bruce, and Midge finally had sex in the final episode, they completed all the on-screen passion between them. Midge had the opportunity to open for Tony Bennett, but she chose to go it alone. Joel and Mace started a new chapter in their lives as a family. According to local matchmaker mobsters Rose and Abe, will continue their matchmaking endeavors, while Susie expects to develop her talent agency. During a recent interview, Borstein noted this is the family she's putting together. To feel like she belongs anywhere, she's taking on new clients and their children to make her own family, according to her sister. The writer's room is known for keeping their scripts and information about upcoming seasons extremely private. However, we know certain things about the happenings of the Season 5 via casting calls. For example, Susie's agency is looking for new secretaries this season so that Dinah could be in line for a raise. Also, sources captured a 1960s boat party on open waters outside Battery Park in downtown Manhattan, and we're excited to see who shows up as extras or captains in that scene. The show will continue investigating New York's queer culture. There was a casting call for LGBTQ extras for a bathhouse sequence. Borstein recently talked about Susie's unverified LGBT identity. This is an era when it was not something anyone would talk about, share, want to share, or feel like it was anyone's business. I mean sexuality in general across the board, she said. Whether it's Midge, Lenny, Bruce, or someone else, a member of the Maisel family will soon be behind bars. Guards and inmates were lately sought after by the show. Midge will return to Gordon Ford's show, and she may follow in the comics' footsteps. Cough Joanne Riversco, Midge and Gordon's connection may not be spiritual. According to candid photos from the Rockefeller Center shoot, they kissed. We all get to say the unveiling of Joel and May's new baby, or babies. They'll also add Israel to this season's lineup. Jewish types are being sought for Israeli rural settings so that those kibbutz scenarios may be possible. I'll tell you that you'll see her burst through the glass ceiling a little bit. Caroline Aaron recently told an interviewer about her upcoming role in an exciting new Israeli drama. Now, how about checking out some of the other videos to see if you like them too? I'm pretty sure you guys would enjoy them just as much as this one.